All right, let's talk about one of the biggest challenges any successful software company will face. What happens when you get explosive growth? I mean, it's the dream, right? But that dream can turn into a total nightmare if your foundation isn't built to handle the success. We're going to break down how to make sure that growth is a launch pad, not a landmine. So here's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you jump from 100 users to 10,000 and then to 100,000, your costs can just spiral out of control if you're not smart about it. The goal isn't just to survive the growth, it's to actually thrive because of it. And the answer? Well, it all comes down to architecture. So, let's get right into the weeds here. When a SaaS platform's growth suddenly goes vertical, it almost always smacks right into what we call the growth wall. And make no mistake, this isn't just some little technical glitch. This is a full-blown business crisis waiting to happen. Now, the crazy thing here is how these problems all feed on each other. Your server costs just balloon. Pushing out even a simple update turns into this huge, painful task because you're updating hundreds of separate instances. Then performance starts to lag, customers get angry, and all of a sudden your best engineers are spending all their time just firefighting instead of building cool new stuff. You're basically trapped. But you know, there's a really elegant solution to this, and it's what most modern, scalable SaaS companies rely on. The best way to get your head around it is to stop thinking of your software as a bunch of individual houses and start thinking of it as a single, super efficient apartment building. And this is the key concept right here, multi-tenant architecture. So, instead of building a whole separate house for every single customer, you have one powerful application that serves everybody. The truly brilliant part, though, is how it keeps every tenant's data completely separate and secure from everyone else. This is where you really start to see the genius of this model. The building itself, that's your core software and infrastructure, is shared. That's where you get these massive cost savings. Every customer gets their own secure locked apartment where all their data lives, totally invisible to their neighbors. And everybody benefits from the shared utilities, things like security patches, updates, maintenance, which you only have to do once for the whole building. And when you put the two models side by side like this, wow, the difference is just stark. Over on the left, you've got single-tenant. Every new customer means more servers, higher costs, and these slow, painstaking updates. It's just not built for speed. But on the right, the multi-tenant model, it's the complete opposite. Shared resources mean way lower costs, you push updates once for everyone, and scaling becomes incredibly efficient. And look, this isn't some obscure niche strategy. It has become the industry standard for a very good reason. In today's market, this is pretty much the default choice for any startup that wants to grow really fast without just burning through all their cash on servers. Okay, so we've got the what of multi-tenancy down. Now, we need to talk about probably the most important decision you'll make when you actually build this thing: how you structure your database. This is literally the blueprint for your entire apartment building. And you absolutely positively have to get this right from the very beginning, because fixing a fundamental mistake in your architecture later on isn't just a little bit harder, it's exponentially more expensive and difficult than just planning it correctly from day one. The stakes really couldn't be higher. So you've basically got three main blueprints to pick from. Let's start at the top: shared database, shared schema. Think of this like one giant filing cabinet where everyone's files are kind of mixed together, but each one has a tag on it with the owner's name. It's super cost effective, but man, it puts a ton of pressure on your developers to be perfect. One little mistake in the code, and you could accidentally show tenant A's data to tenant B. Yikes. Next is the separate schema model. This is like giving each tenant their own personal drawer in that filing cabinet. It gives you much better data isolation, but it's also more complex to manage. And finally, you have the separate database model. This is like giving each tenant their very own filing cabinet. It's the highest level of isolation you can get, but it's incredibly expensive to scale, which kind of starts to defeat the whole purpose of multi-tenancy. And here's the thing. No matter which model you choose, security has to be baked in at every single layer. This isn't just about putting up a firewall. It means your code has to be tenant aware. It has to know and check who is asking for data every single time. It means using access controls, encrypting data, because let's be real, a single data leak in a multi-tenant system, it can destroy trust in your entire platform literally overnight. So, you might be thinking, okay, this is a lot of technical detail. Why does this matter so much? Well, it matters because it has a direct, multi-million-dollar impact on the value of your business. This isn't just about code, this is about your financial strategy. You have to understand, when investors look at a SaaS company, they aren't just looking at your revenue, they're looking at the quality of that revenue. A multi-tenant architecture, to them, signals efficiency. It means lower costs to serve each customer, which means higher profit margins.
It means you can roll out new features faster than your competition, which means you can grow faster. It's a huge sign of a healthy, scalable business.
And this chart just lays it all out, plain and simple. That operational margin, the profit you make after covering all the costs of running the service, is significantly higher in a well-run multi-tenant model. And that difference, that's pure fuel for growth. It's what gets investors really, really excited.
Okay, so after hearing all that, you're probably thinking multi-tenancy is the answer to everything, right? The one true path? Well, great strategy is also about knowing when not to do something. So, is it always the right choice? Nope, it's not a silver bullet. There are some specific, very important cases where it's actually the wrong choice. For instance, if you're serving government clients or maybe healthcare who have these super strict regulations about data isolation, they might demand their own single-tenant environment. Same goes for those huge enterprise clients who want their own dedicated servers as part of the contract. Or hey, maybe your whole business is built on making heavily customized versions of your software for each client. A shared model just isn't going to work there. And really, that's what this all boils down to. It's the core takeaway. The most beautiful, elegant code in the world is completely worthless if it doesn't serve the business model. Your architecture isn't just a tech choice. It's a strategic decision that has to directly support who your customers are and what you're selling them.
So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. Look at your own system, or the one you're planning to build. Is its architecture a solid foundation that's going to let you scale efficiently and profitably? Or is it a ticking time bomb, a future liability that's going to crumble under the weight of your own success? The answer to that question could very well define the future of your entire company.